A rejection sometimes is a redirection.
I don't trust a soul, I don't trust nobody. You about some years, I don't trust my own body.
What's up, guys? It's Lionel the Builder back again with another video. I'm here, just landed in New York on a trip, working with a client. Did a big shift in operations here, as we've been telling most people probably should. You know, when I first started the channel, everything was about learning the code, possibly breaking into FANG or getting some type of six-figure job or something like that. But with AI going crazy, job market being so terrible, a lot of people, myself included, are saying that you should start your own business. And you know, that's what I did. I'm doing a lot of shooting this trip. The whole purpose of this trip is really to gather footage for the month for one of our clients' social media campaign and stuff. Yeah, I've been super excited to show you guys this trip.
Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate it. And I'm not here to fight you. But what I am here to do is to be in wonderful conversation with these three incredible women beside me who I'll introduce shortly about Alice Choice, about children.
I have to say, first of all, I'm the type of person, my personality is I say yes, and I figure it out later.
And I actually had no idea the rules and regulations when it comes to a theater performance and actually shooting. I kept getting stopped. I kept breaking the rules, recording at the wrong time, recording the wrong things. Wasn't supposed to get the rehearsal, wasn't supposed to get the set even really. So basically kind of ruined my plan for being a vlogger, at least with what we're doing, because there's so much theater industry coverage. I'm still getting used to that. And like I said, our client is in the theater industry, which is very exciting. Like I was talking to my team today. We really have a chance here to introduce people to the world of theater, which I'm finding out all of the history. I'm finding out like how, you know, our culture is actually where this started, like most things, you know. And I wanted to talk about what it's like to be a business owner, the things that I've learned since really going at this full time. Definitely thankful and blessed that that's even a possibility. Knock on wood, because you never know, especially those of y'all who've been following me for a minute, man. Anything can happen, but I'm always ready. You know, I'm always ready to pivot. Anna said something today. She said, a rejection sometimes is a redirection. As y'all remember when after the thing happened with my CEO, my previous CEO, I thought I was going to Birmingham to focus on a startup down there, tax related. And last minute, you know, they withdrawed my offer. And then fast forward now, I'm in New York working with a client in a huge, low-key, more fun industry than what I thought I was gonna be doing. Let me make sure I'm going the right way. Okay, yeah, we're good. Yeah, man, so basically, like, I just wanted to talk about like the lessons and stuff that I've been learning as I've made this pivot. And one big thing is the power of recruiting, the power of making sure that your team is able to accomplish all of the tasks that you're sending their way. You know what I'm saying? Before, I was more like a one-man band. And as you start to secure higher clients with a bigger budget, they don't even expect you to do the work as the owner. So it almost like looks a little unprofessional when you're the one that's doing literally everything. A lot of times in the software industry, we're basically like used to Googling our way through everything, and sometimes it could be like a little bit of a struggle to get used to giving up, to not taking the whole 100% yourself. But then that allows you to scale, right? It's not scalable when you're the one doing all of the work. And shout out to Sinelli, my business consultant, for really being the one to drill that into my brain. She was like, we were going over the numbers and going over like the plans, and she basically was like, no matter what, Lionel, you cannot be doing the work. I mean, I do, don't get me wrong, I do some of it. Like, of course, I'm gonna do something. But she was really, really harping on the fact that I need to make way for me to be able to continue to plan, strategize, close bigger deals and stuff. And so there's been a lot of these little, like, you don't know until you're in the fire. You don't know until you're doing it type of lessons I've been learning. Different, like, higher level things than the more like surface level things, right? But dog, I could ramble on and on and on between the project management, managing, who's doing what and when and why and how, and who's getting paid what, and then talking to the client as well, fighting for your team and why they deserve to be making what they deserve to make, and then actually busting out the tasks and the tickets and recruiting, because you're going to have people who are self-starters who can manage themselves. Also, I look for optimism as well. Y'all know I got the optimist spirit, and I definitely look for that in my people as well. Got to be an optimist. You got to have ambition. You got to be able to see the future first, and to really like believe in the goals that we have set for a company as ourselves. I'm very big on letting my people know where we're headed and instilling that trust in them that I can lead us there. If they just, I take big pride and honor in people putting in work for the team. And, that's why I'm thankful for all of the bad stuff that I have went through, because I feel like it's all prepared me to be able to be the proper, leader that I am right now. I was really considering sending my ex-CEO a message and just saying like, hey bro, I hope you know that it's no hard feelings, man. And where I'm at right now, when I look back and I think about it, he really did help me change my life. Put me on the fast track to being a CTO, where I had to learn everything to be able to run my own thing now. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is that everything happens for a reason, and there's no way, if I didn't work for Washington's Hammer and learn from Isaiah how to use Notion and stuff like that, and just, be the person having to get their code reviewed, be the person having everything really on their shoulders, but then also having a lead dev, kind of steering the ship, then there would have been no way that I could have been a CTO, And so I took that experience to then take that step up to where Isaiah was, and now I was doing the Isaiah stuff with my team. And then at that point, when that situation went away, now that I had the co-founder experience, like CTO, you're right next to the co-founder. And so you're seeing everything. And of course, it's all lessons. There's a lot of do's and a lot of don'ts, and a lot of how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do that? I might actually grab some food from this spot, man. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of that type of stuff. And that's definitely I have so much experience, man. I've been on the fast track. I don't know. I try to, like I was just saying, I can't, just don't junior yourself for too long, basically. Imposter syndrome is real. It ain't never going nowhere. It's always going to be there. And there will be people, even sometimes some people hop in the channel, hop in the Discord, and will try to talk me down as like, yo, you know, you don't know what you're doing or whatever, but as long as your clients are getting happy and you're getting the job done and you're moving your life forward is really all that matters, I guess is really what I'm trying to say here, is that just make sure that, and with this climate that we're all living through right now, that's really like most important, because I would say, you know, the way things are looking, man, we all gonna have to become business owners. If you got the skills to do this, man, you might as well start freelancing on the side and prepare, because I did that for years before I went full time into the digital builders. Before, I always had my LLC, and you know, because I always needed to send people invoices, or if I was to get a sponsor, I would need to have my stuff ready for that. So I'm glad that I set that up. And then I basically was like using the company as a way for me to just send, you know, invoices whenever I needed to, whenever I was freelancing. But now that turned into really a full-time thing where I have a team and everything, and we're basically like getting it done, man, getting clients, scaling the business. And, you know, super proud to be able to share the journey with you guys who've seen me from the beginning, from the first hackathon video, you know, and the guys who are in the Discord, man, a lot of y'all haven't left, even though we're not as talkative as we used to. I definitely still have mad plans for that, man. We're still doing events here. We still got the hackathon coming. We still got Code and Chill coming. We still got Blackathon. Like, it's a lot of stuff that we're working on. So I'm gonna definitely get that back going when the time is right. It's just, you know, it's a season for everything. And right now, the time is to keep the clients that I do have happy. So I'm not hopping up here and making a video saying, well, guys, I'm doing something else now. You know, I will if that does happen. Knock on wood again. But man, I'm about to go see what's up with this food spot real quick. And we'll probably tap in when I finally get downtown. Check, check, check.
We were absolutely thrilled. It was very exciting, great music.
It was pure life. It was pura vida. It felt magical. It makes you feel right at home.
The dancing, the music, of course, amazing, phenomenal.
Yeah.
But the dancing stuck with me.
Yes, I am Nicole Betancourt and I am an actress. There were moments of rhythm that impacted me, voices and music that just shook me.
That was spectacular.
Moments.
David Okendo, the guitarist in the band, fantastic.
Everybody was just playing and having a great time. You could just feel the energy just surge.
It made me feel alive and acknowledged, which is huge. I actually cried. It made me feel that everything I go through and everything in my memories and in my music and in my soul and in my history and in my cultura, it's huge. And you gotta watch Buena Vista Social Club. You can't miss it.
En español, por favor, en español.
No te lo pierdas, por favor. Vas a gozar, vas a rumbear, vas a bailar y vas a llorar. Así que Buena Vista Social Club.
Go watch Buena Vista.
The show was amazing. I'm a serious theater fan now. I'm glad that our first big client is in this industry, and man, it has opened my mind, body, and soul and heart and everything to the world of the theater. It's like a living movie. Being there, the energy in the room is heavy. You could feel it with the performances, the dancing, the singing, and everything. Man, I'm definitely about to be spending a lot of bread taking tickets to go to the theater. Have a lot of things coming up that I'm super excited about. Super happy to show you guys all of these things that I'm working on, and also really want to get back to making my talking videos where I just, you know, catch you up with lessons that I'm learning, because really with me, every single day is an opportunity to learn and to grow. And I really find myself like leveling up here lately at a rapid speed. You know, we only have so much time on this planet, so I really believe in like spending every day like it's your last.
and I listened to this podcast while I was on the train that was basically talking about how important discipline is, and how you should not go by your motivation, because our motivation works in cycles. It's one of the most like cycle things, like everything else, like, you know, the day, the night, you know, hormones and vibes, and you never know how you're gonna feel, how your motivation is gonna feel. Some days you wake up feeling awesome, ready to tackle the world. Sometimes you wake up feeling bad. But what can never change, if you train yourself good enough and if you grow good enough, your discipline could never change. That'll be the habits, the way that you live, the way your room is set up, the way your desk is set up, and your awareness of yourself when you're depleted and you need to rest. That's also a part of discipline, knowing when to stop working so that you don't get too burnt out, knowing to recognize when you are burnt out so that you take the proper breaks to recharge your battery up again, and not feel bad, and don't beat yourself up about it. It's just about being aware and being able to peep when these things are happening, right? So what I'm planning on doing now is literally living by that. I'm going to pay so much attention to how I'm spending every minute. And I'm a gamer, of course, so I really visualize everything I could game. Not only am I a gamer, but I'm also, like a lot of people, watching Solo Leveling right now. And so I'm looking at myself and I'm thinking like energy, sleep, mood are all bars, right? And in that bar is your like work energy bar, your determination energy bar. And you can actively focus on one thing for so long, but then when it gets depleted, you have to have a strategy of how to go recharge your bar so that you can get back to work. When you're a person like me, like many of you guys, you have a long list of things that you need to do, but you cannot neglect the recharge. The recharge is serious, it's necessary. And if you don't, then you will literally burn out and you won't be able to do anything for a whole day. Or your productivity, you'll have brain fog, you'll be easily distracted, you'll be irritable. It'll just be so unpleasant working. When I work, I want to feel good when I'm working. I want to be in a good vibe. I want to feel no pain in my back or even in my mood and my stomach or anything like that. And I want to just be like, you know, super stoked to be working, locked in, having a good time, celebrating the small victories, doing things small at a time. And as soon as I realize that my bar is getting like to 30%, I'm taking a break, man. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna lay on the couch. I'm gonna watch some Netflix. I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna walk my dog. I'm gonna play with my son. I'm gonna go play some basketball. I'm gonna go just sit in my car. I'm gonna do anything to get away from the computer and to recharge my bar so that when I go back, I'm being intentional. I'm like, okay, I'm back and I know what time it is. So that's one thing that podcast really helped me think about. I hope you guys enjoyed my first vlog, my first little editing and stuff like that. Shout out to y'all, especially if you made it this far, man. Go ahead and join that Discord. Go ahead, links in the description. Like, share, subscribe, all the YouTube things. I really appreciate y'all. And I have tons of stuff planned this year. Hopefully you're learning from my experiences. That is my main thing that I always want to do. I always want to give back and use this as a vlog. Use this as like a journal, a live virtual video journal that when I'm gone, this is going to still be here for my kids, my grandkids, and my great-great-great-great-grandkids. What up, y'all? I'm Lionel the Builder, and you have watched vlog number 1. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
I'm just so long.